Daily Broadside, day 443. I tell you what you should do is you should go to a lumber store, buy a bunch of lumber, pay an exorbitant price for it, and then pay somebody to put it up for you, and then not have any covering over your patio. And then when a year or so later it looks like crap, it's a pain in the butt to pressure wash because A, you need an 8-foot ladder, and most people don't have those, and it has a million nooks and crannies. There's just no point to a pergola, okay? What is the point of a pergola? What are those, like Italian design? I don't understand the why you would get that at your house. It doesn't provide any shade. It doesn't provide, if anything, it's gonna give you a really weird tan if you're sitting under it for any length of time. It's stupid. It's so dumb, you know? There's so many other things that you could do other than a pergola. I'm anti-pergola. Anti-pergola. You know who else I'm anti? I'm anti-Kevin McCarthy. What a sellout. Every one of these stupid politicians are such sellouts. They just say what they want for your vote, okay? We're gonna erase student debt. We're gonna give reparations. None of this stuff is happening. It's all just, it'll go away as soon as the elections are over. You watch. That's just how they do it. And they do it on both sides. They're both evil. And that dude with the debt ceiling getting raised $4 trillion last week, I don't think, it's probably a good thing just for Civil War's sake, that most Americans have no idea, A, what the debt ceiling is, B, that it's even being messed with, and C, what the implications of it is what the implications are for, God bless, for raising it. You know, the generations and generations to come that are going to be paying for it, not to mention the people currently that are going to be paying for it, but, I mean, it's insane how much $1 trillion is, and we're up to like 35, 36 trillion here coming up soon. It makes no sense. There's no way that you would ever be able to cut and save your way out of this. The world has gotten, or at least our side of it, this country has gotten so problematic and so out of control. The problem is so deep and so expansive that there's just no way to solve it. You would have to, like, everybody just subsist on nothingness for like the next 30 years, and that's just not happening. We're too much of a consumer-based society, and we're just going to keep placating ourselves by devouring more and more crap that we don't need and everything. And it's very frustrating. It makes me wish I had never had children, because the toils and troubles that they're going to have to go through as a result of the idiots in Washington that the rich get richer. You know what I'm saying? They don't care because they don't have to, okay? The Bidens are millionaires. The Trump, the Pelosi's, the Schumers, the McCarthy's, everybody, both sides, they're all millionaires. It's ridiculous. It goes back to what I'm saying, but you have some poor people, you know, well, not poor, but relative to them poor. Some middle-class people, you know, that's who needs to be in Congress making these stupid decisions, because somebody that actually cares. And there's so few of them that actually care, it's ridiculous. It's all about the vote and pandering for that vote and being in power, because power is the control that they need to feed their stupid egos. And there's not enough cancer in this world for some of those people when it comes down to it, for when they end, you know, when they finally leave this earth. Probably just die peacefully in their sleep, and they don't deserve that. Anyway, I was at Taco Bell about 3 or 4 days ago. I go to Taco Bell about once every 6 to 7 months, maybe, you know, if I was guessing. And I popped in there for a spell, and man, I'm sitting there eating and I'm watching, and this dude apparently had ordered online. He was there for 35 minutes, and they couldn't get his order right. And so I'm watching this older couple, and they're in their like late 60s probably. And the lady comes out, like the manager or the assistant manager or something, and she's like, miss, and she's like, yes ma'am. She's like, I've got to tell you, this is the best, I think she said crispy taco. Is there some kind of crunchy taco? I don't know what it was. She's like, this is the best crunchy gordita crunch or whatever that we've ever had. This is great. And she's like, oh, thank you. And then it just got awkward and more awkward, because she was like, she's like, no, seriously, it's so airy and fluffy, and the crunch is just, it's in my, and she goes on, and the lady's like, okay, well, thank you. And I wanted to stand up and be like, lady, she don't care about, like, this conversation ended 2 minutes ago. She doesn't care about how great the gordita crunch was. She's just here to make some food and go home to her house. That's all it's like she made it with love in the kitchen, it's not that. And then, so at the end of it, like a few minutes later, they finish, and the lady comes out and she's like, hey, we made your order twice. Do you want it? And I'm like, how do you make an order twice? Anyway, she makes the order twice, and the lady's like, oh, Stanley, what? And he's like, I guess we can put it in the fridge. And I wanted to be like, the damn gordita crunches was so good, why would you even think about turning this free thing down? So they hand her like another 5-pound bag of food, to which she takes into the bathroom because she told Stanley that she needed to use the restroom before they left. And I'm like, can Stanley not take the bag of food to the car? Instead, you're taking it into the bathroom? I'm gonna tell you what doesn't go in my refrigerator is food that's been in a Taco Bell bathroom. I don't understand that at all. And let me throw out a quick scenario for you. Hey, you give us $100 a month, and if something happens, we'll take care of you. But when something happens, you also have to pay an extra $500. It's called a deductible. I tell you what, if that isn't the biggest ruse ever. I hate insurance. I hate it with a passion. I only have it because I have to have it. And I rarely, if ever, use it. I mean, I can count on three fingers the times I've ever used my insurance. And I've been paying into that stupid system for 20-some years. And it annoys me to no end how strong that lobby is and how much money those evil people make on such a stupid business model. Stupid on our part, really. Because it's like, oh, you pay $1,200 a year, that's your total for all your premiums, and then when something happens, oh, you give us a little bit more money, and then we'll take care of you. Well, what was the $1,200 for, you stupid horse? I'm not really in a good mood today. I don't know if you can tell. This world just pisses me off, but you have a better day than I'm having. Big Edie.